a young man is seen playing an RPG game in his room. He keeps complaining about the game, as it seems he is being forced to play by his sister. She has mandated that he get to the end of the game before he stops, as she wants to hear the game completion audio, but does not want to be bothered by the gameplay. The young man has no choice because his sister has something on him. While playing the game, he realizes that women have significant influence in it. The game's name is Adame's World, where you can do anything you like, but the objective is more about finding a suitable date. The young man sees a lady, Olivia, as the protagonist. After days of intense gaming, he finally completes the game. However, he has been so engrossed that he hasn't eaten for days. He stands up to go to the convenience store but is very weak. As he tries walking down the stairs, he falls and passes out. He opens his eyes and finds himself in a younger body. The scenery looks familiar, but he has no idea where he is. Just then, his father arrives to scold him for running away again. They are expecting a noble lady, Zola. His father's name is Balkis, and he is the head of the Bartford family. Balkis is married to Lady Zola, an older woman, but he has no choice if he is to maintain his status as a baron. He is poor, and Zola provides everything, allowing her to dictate how things are done. The young man soon finds out that he and his brother will be sleeping in the sheds because Zola does not like them. As they are not her children, she treats them as she likes, and their father cannot say anything. His brother says he needs to attend the academy to find a suitable date. With what his brother just said and the influence he has seen women have, the young man realizes he has been reincarnated into the Adame's game. His name is Leon Faux Bartford, and he is now living the game in real life. He knows there is no family like the Bartford family in the game, meaning he is a background character. With his extensive game knowledge, he plans to use it to his advantage. 10 years later, Leon has grown into a young man carrying out his duties diligently. One day, his life takes a turn when Zola informs him that she has planned a marriage for him to a 50-year-old woman to whom she owes a great deal. Leon complains that he wants to attend the academy to find a suitable partner, but Zola says the fees are expensive. As a third son, she is not ready to waste money on him. If Leon refuses, Zola can send him to the military, where he would surely die in battle. Leon decides to come up with an idea. He asks if he can go to the academy if he has his own money, and Zola agrees. Leon then begs his father to lend him their wooden airship. He remembers acquiring a modern military airship in the game and plans to do the same, recalling the facility's location. He begins his journey going through a transporter that destroys his wooden airship, but he makes it to the facility successfully. Upon entering with some weapons, he comes across a robot guard, which he easily handles. He sees dead scientists and takes their badges for easy access. Soon, he faces another, tougher robot, controlled by the facility's AI. The artificial intelligence points out that Leon is a new breed of human, meaning their old civilization was destroyed by new humans who possessed magic. The AI's task is to eliminate the new breeds. The robot almost defeats Leon, but he manages to destroy it, though he is fatally injured. Before passing out, he takes control of the facility and the AI, whom he decides to call Luxian, as in the game. Leon is taken to the sickbay for treatment. 3 months later, Zola is confident Leon is dead, shown by the grin on her face. Balkis is worried about his son but can do nothing. Just then, Leon arrives in the airship, accompanied by Luxian, who has programmed itself into a device that follows Leon around. Leon returns with plenty of loot and valuable items, shocking and disappointing Zola. With this, Leon can pay his academy fees and resume school as planned. Later, Leon finds an island, clears it, and builds tourist attractions. Shortly afterward, he is given the rank of Baron for clearing dungeons and defeating monsters. He is now left to find a high-ranking wife, which he can only do at the academy. Upon arriving at the academy, Leon realizes the settings are like the game. There is a Prince Julius, very popular among the students. There is also a Duke's daughter, Angelica, whom Leon identifies as the antagonist. Leon acts like a commoner rather than a noble. While walking through the school, he sees a girl, Marie, slap the prince. The dialogue sounds familiar to Leon, resembling an event from the game. He knows the girl but is sure she is not the protagonist. Leon has tasked Luxian with surveilling the academy to report anything unusual. Leon reads a book on preparing for a tea party. He later discovers the prince is holding his own tea party without inviting his fiancée, Angelica. The prince believes that in the academy, he can do whatever he wants until they leave and has no obligation toward Angelica. Instead, he invites Marie, shielding her from insults. In class, Leon is invited to explain how to conduct a tea party properly. Later, Leon rents space for his tea party. Some girls arrive, arrive, eat the snacks, drink the tea, and leave without spending time with him. Stepping outside, Leon sees girls bullying another girl, Olivia, whom he recognizes as the game's protagonist. Reluctant to interfere but unable to sit back, he approaches and invites her for drinks and snacks. While eating, Olivia reveals she wants to study magic more but is uncomfortable in the academy. Leon knows someone who can help and takes her to his sister Jenna for advice. Jenna tells Olivia to try getting close to the popular girl in her class by giving her a gift. Olivia has no money, and Leon volunteers to foot the bill, with Olivia promising to pay him back. Later, Olivia approaches Angelica for her blessing. Angelica gives it, preferring Olivia to Marie, who has been following her fiancé. Soon after, the students gather for an exploration lesson, venturing into a dungeon to collect crystals. Leon figures the noble students plan to make him do all the work while they remain safe. The adventure begins with Olivia sticking with Leon, Marie with the prince, and Angelica left out. Leon and Olivia find a crystal, which Olivia excavates to sell and repay Leon. They go deeper into the cave, finding a room filled with crystals but also monsters. Olivia suggests getting help, but Leon says he can handle the monsters. He engages and easily defeats them. Suddenly, more monsters arrive, going after Olivia. Leon gets in the way and is injured. The prince and other students show up when all hope seems lost and eliminate the monsters. The prince gets scratched, and Marie heals him with magic. The prince holds Marie's hand and leaves, while Angelica watches. After they are gone, Olivia heals Leon's wound, saying magic is the only thing she is good at, and she is at the academy because a scholar discovered her talent. In the next scene, Prince Julius calls Angelica to his chambers. Some of Marie's belongings were burned, and the culprits claim Angelica sent them. Julius tells Angelica to stay away from him and Marie, reiterating that their engagement is outside school and she should not disturb him in the academy. Later, Leon finds Angelica in the library. He asks if she has spoken to Marie. Angelica reveals she only spoke to her once, and Marie said she hates girls like her. Walking through the library, they catch Marie and Julius kissing. Later, Marie has an excited internal monologue, loving how the prince acts around her. Julius offers to hire a servant for her, which even Angelica does not have. It turns out Julius and all his friends are in love with Marie and ready to protect her. Julius reveals he plans to marry Marie after leaving the academy, indirectly calling off his engagement with Angelica. Angelica gets angry and challenges Marie to a duel. Surprisingly, Julius and his friends step out as Marie's champions, leaving Angelica hanging. Leon then steps forward as Angelica's champion. Leon knows Marie is reincarnated like him, which is why she acts wise. The stakes are presented. If Leon wins, Marie stays away from the prince. If the prince and his friends win, Angelica stays away from their relationship. Leon must battle them one by one in an armored duel. After everything is settled, everyone leaves. Marie rages in her room that Leon is disrupting her plans. Students bet on the duel, with 99% betting on Julius. Leon's room is vandalized, but he does not care. Angelica finds Leon, telling him he can call off the challenge, not wanting him to risk his life. Leon refuses, having his own reasons. Angelica has been stripped of her power for challenging the prince. Luxian stays out of sight, unknown to others. The participants show up at the arena. Julius and his friends present shining armor, while everyone laughs at Leon's outdated armor, which he names arrogance. The first opponent is Brad. Confident of victory, Brad attacks hard, but Leon easily dodges and knocks him out cold, winning the first battle and surprising everyone. The next opponent is Greg. Luxian analyzes Greg's armor, deducing he has combat experience. Greg attacks futilely against Leon's armor. Leon pins Greg to the ground and tears off his armor, winning again. The next opponent is Chris, a master at concealing emotions and a cold warrior. The match begins, and Leon deploys drones to disable Chris's armor and break his sword, winning yet again, to everyone's surprise. The participants take a break. Leon meets Angelica outside the bathroom. She says Jenna approached her, wanting Leon to forfeit the next match against Jilk to avoid fighting the prince, which might end Leon's career. After discussing with Angelica, Leon leaves. Luxian informs him that Jenna rigged his armor with explosives at Jilk's request, as she is embarrassed and does not want her brother to continue. Leon returns to the arena for his match with Jilk. Jilk creates a smoke screen and shoots explosives at Leon. The smoke clears, revealing Arrogans undamaged. Jilk activates the planted explosives, but the armor remains unscathed. Leon goes after Jilk, who cannot defend well due to shock. Jilk threatens Leon's family, but Leon records everything for evidence. Leon angrily hits Jilk, defeating him. Now, Leon must face the prince. Julius is confident his armor, made from the finest materials, will win. The spectators cheer for Julius. Before the match, Leon asks Julius about Olivia. Julius says he has no opinion. The battle begins, with spectators cheering against Leon, which motivates him not to lose. Julius attacks fiercely, fiercely. Leon tries conversing, telling him Angelica loves him and Marie is deceiving him. Julius says he does not love Angelica, claiming Marie is the only girl who sees him for who he is. Olivia stands up, telling Julius how Angelica has been feeling, that she loves him deeply. Julius remains unmoved, in love with Marie. Leon mocks him, saying he should beg to win. Julius refuses and attacks again, stating he is ready to lose his title for Marie. Hearing this, Leon decides not to hold back. Luxian analyzes Julius's armor and launches an impact attack that breaks it and knocks him out. Leon is declared the winner, and the audience becomes furious. After the battle, Angelica visits Julius for a heart-to-heart conversation, accepting he no longer loves her and wishing him good luck. Angelica's father informs Leon that the engagement is broken off. Leon begs him to put in a word at the palace to prevent his family's execution, offering to give up his titles. However, Leon seeks to leave the academy and avoid finding a wife. Angelica's father accepts but wants his daughter to visit Leon's house for the holidays to get away from the drama. Later, Olivia, Angelica, and Leon travel to Leon's home. He shows them the island he is developing and the hot spring he made. They enjoy the hot spring, asking each other if they have feelings for Leon but both denying it, agreeing he is out of their reach. After the bath, Leon tells Angelica the best revenge is to be happy and move on. Meanwhile, Marie nearly goes crazy learning Julius and his friends have been disinherited. Julius is no longer crown prince, and his friends have lost their statuses. Marie is distressed about losing her luxurious life. Julius and his friends consider adventuring to make money, assuring Marie they will protect her, but she only cares about money. Later, Leon and his father are informed that higher-ups decided not to punish Leon or his family. His rank is promoted, and he must return to the academy, which is bad news for Leon as he wanted to leave. Meanwhile, Julius and his friends train hard to defeat Leon. At the school festival, Leon acquires a space for a cafe. Olivia and Angelica work as maids, dressed in outfits that blow Leon away. Jenna visits to ask for Leon's help winning a boy's heart, but he refuses, and she leaves angrily. Leon discovers Julius is opening a cafe next door, with Marie in charge and Julius and his friends as waiters. Leon finds they charge exorbitant prices, but people will still come to be served by the prince. Julius is determined to defeat Leon. Olivia promotes the cafe when a girl, Carla, approaches her, seeming nice compared to other noble girls. Angelica is informed she is needed at the committee headquarters, where she finds Queen Malene, who has come discreetly to enjoy the festival and see Leon. The queen apologizes to Angelica for Julius's actions. A noble girl, Stephanie, enters Leon's cafe, demanding tea and maltreating Leon. Angelica intervenes, pushing Stephanie away. Stephanie insults everyone, including Mylene. Leon, knowing Mylene is the queen, sees an opportunity to deal with Stephanie and her servants, beating them up. Angelica, realizing he is out of control, calls Leon's master, who gets him under control. Leon becomes obedient like a puppy. Mylene scolds Leon for his behavior during the duel, but he accepts that he likes seeing nobles in pain. Leon then woos the queen, wanting her as his wife despite her being married with children. Julius enters, punches Leon into a bucket, and takes his mother away. Mylene visits Julius's cafe, demanding Marie be brought to her, seeing her as greedy for charging high prices for low-quality tea. Carla asks Leon for help saving her family, the Waynes. Leon agrees to help after the festival. During the bike race, the favorite is Dan, but people watch Jilk. Leon bets on the race, expecting to win money. Marie hopes Jilk wins for the prize money. The race begins and things go in Leon's favor. Racers target Jilk, who wins but is wounded and cannot participate in the finals. They need a substitute. Clarice, Jilk's ex-fiancée, visits him, mocking him. She vows to keep coming after him for breaking their engagement with just a letter. Leon suggests himself as the substitute, and Jilk agrees, incurring a debt. Leon goes to the garage, running into Dan, who promises to win for Clarice, as Jilk broke her heart. Dan has no beef with Leon, but will crush him for Clarice. Leon offers a peaceful approach since they both hate Jilk, but Dan refuses. Luxian informs Leon he has modified his bike. Leon has bet on himself and looks forward to winning. The race begins, and everyone targets Leon. He dodges attacks and lets them have a head start. Meanwhile, Stephanie mocks Angelica for associating with Olivia, a commoner. Olivia hears this and runs away in tears. Angelica gets angry and hits Stephanie, leading to a fight until separated. Back on the track, Leon activates his bike's boost, passing all racers, including Dan, and wins. As he celebrates, the bike explodes from being pushed to its limits. He is about to fall to his death when Dan catches him. After the race, Leon tells Jilk he wants a formal apology to Clarice. Jilk finds Clarice and apologizes emotionally, revealing he loves Marie. Clarice is heartbroken and decides to cut ties. She thanks Leon for his help, calling him kind despite his twisted personality, and tells him about the incident between Angelica and Olivia. Leon finds Olivia sulking and convinces her that Angelica is her friend and they should talk. Later, Olivia is in her room when Carla and Stephanie enter. Stephanie says she wants to send Olivia to Leon and Angelica as their pet, claiming nobles cannot see her as an equal. Olivia defends them, but Stephanie grabs and twists her ear, saying Leon is after her body. Leon tells Luxian that Carla hired him to help with sky pirates disturbing their lands. He is interested because an item Olivia needs to become a saint is in the pirate's possession, the holy necklace. The other items are the holy bracelet in the palace dungeon and the holy staff watched by the temple. Leon knows Stephanie is behind the request and that she is irredeemable. Leon prepares his ship, named Partner, built by Luxian with top-notch military capabilities. Olivia and Carla meet him at the ship. Leon notices something is wrong with Olivia but thinks it is about Angelica. Brad and Greg arrive, also hired by Stephanie to accompany Carla. Leon reluctantly accepts them, but is angry. Back at the academy, Angelica finds Olivia's room messed up by Stephanie. She shows her evil side, promising to end Stephanie if anything happens to Olivia, and decides to follow the ship. Julius wants to join the mission, but his mother does not allow it. On the ship, Greg and Brad play cards, and Leon wins every round by cheating with Luxian's help. Two sky pirate ships approach Partner. The pirates are confident they can capture it. Leon arms himself with his armor, and the pirates laugh at its old model but soon realize their mistake. Leon incapacitates them easily. The captain orders a retreat, but Leon fires missiles, forcing them to surrender. Brad and Greg are surprised at how easily Leon defeats the pirates. He captures them and their ships. Carla is furious her plans are foiled. They arrive at Carla's home, surrounded by armed men. Her father, Conrad, arrives and asks their business. Leon reveals Carla hired them to deal with sky pirates, but Conrad says there are no pirates. Carla stutters, blaming Olivia, but Leon shouts at her to stop lying. Carla falls to her knees, crying, and confesses Stephanie made her do it. Leon is worried he has not retrieved the item. That night, Leon visits Olivia's room. She cries, asking if he sees her as a pet, affected by Stephanie's words. Leon is dumbfounded and leaves, spending time on the deck, believing he hinders Olivia's growth as the protagonist. Brad appears, wanting to practice sword skills. He and his friends still aim to defeat Leon. Brad attacks, but Leon defeats him easily. Brad leaves, vowing to train and win next time. Meanwhile, Marie is chased by a monster after venturing into a dungeon for an item before the protagonist. Julius and his friends plan to sneak out to meet Greg and Brad, but their request is submitted to the royal palace, and Mylene declines it with joy. On the ship, Leon discusses locating the main pirate force when Luxian informs him they are surrounded. The pirates attack first. Greg and Brad beg to use the captured pirates' armor. Olivia, in her room, thinks about her wrongs toward Leon when pirates attack. She is blocked by two robots but screams, causing them to malfunction temporarily, allowing her to reach the deck where she faces the pirate boss. Greg and Brad help, but the boss is too powerful. Leon rushes over, ferociously attacks the boss, breaks his armor, and takes the item. The boss begs for his life. Olivia heals Brad, who reveals Marie also has healing powers. The rest surrender. Leon recognizes what Brad and Greg did for Olivia. He amasses treasure and loot, expecting bounty rewards. They find documents linking the pirates to Stephanie's family, the Offreys. Leon realizes Olivia does not hate him, but is mentally unstable. Luxian informs him that ships from the Redgrave family are approaching. Leon deduces Angelica pulled strings. He leaves the rest to the military. Later, Greg and Brad are shocked to receive a share of the loot from Leon, who did all the work. Leon has appealed to their houses to restore their statuses and inheritance. Stephanie is apprehended by the royal palace and the Redgrave family. Leon is at home when he receives promotion letters, as Brad and Greg put in good words. He screams in frustration, wanting to stay under the radar. Clarice's father sends him an airbike for helping his daughter, and he is recommended for another promotion upon graduation. These inconveniences frustrate Leon. He receives the airbike, naming it Sword. Noble girls are angry about his promotion. During the annual student trip to the southern floating island, Leon visits to acquire items. He has not talked to Angelica or Olivia. Students board a luxurious ship. Two girls light a firework as a signal. Olivia visits a shrine, surprised to meet Leon there. Angelica also arrives. So, the shrine attendant informs them it is a marriage shrine, telling them to pray. Leon prays for a good wife. The attendant presents 3 charms: luck, elemental protection, and battle. The trio picks randomly. Leon gets the battle charm, which improves abilities. The attendant urges them to pray for their friendship. Chris finds Leon on the ship's deck, asking for a rematch. Suddenly, an alarm sounds. Monster ships converge on them, bearing the crest of the Principality of Thanos. The Principality, originally under the Kingdom, declared independence. They overwhelm the student's ship. Hertrude, The first princess of Thanos presents herself via hologram. Angelica knows her from a past party. The princess declares war on the kingdom. Gertrude sends an envoy, Gilbert, to the ship. The students must surrender. They want high-ranking nobles' children and may kill the rest. As the duke's daughter, Angelica surrenders, asking for the other students to be released. Leon and Olivia try to stop her but are punished. Gertrude meets Angelica, who is surprised Thanos would declare war, as the kingdom is stronger. But the princess has something to rely on. Leon and Olivia are thrown into a cell. Chris arrives, begging Leon to help, as hostages will be killed in an hour. Leon agrees if the other students are willing. They gather in the lobby. Leon scolds them for not acting when Angelica was taken. A student, Deirdre, tells him to watch his tone, but Leon continues, motivating them. The students reveal they rely on magic. Deirdre falls in love with Leon. They find the two students who signaled the enemy and imprison them. Leon prepares to leave on his airbike. Olivia tells him to save Angelica, and he promises. Gertrude prepares to show Angelica why Thanos can attack. She has a magical flute controlling monsters. Leon dashes toward the mothership on his bike. The students mobilize to defend their ship while Leon rescues Angelica. The princess sees Leon coming but is unconcerned. Olivia heals injured students. Gilbert orders battleships to fire missiles. One direct hit occurs, and another would be catastrophic. Olivia's determination produces a magical sphere nullifying attacks, shocking everyone. Leon sees this from afar. Proud she is powerful without the saint items. He charges head-on, entering the mothership through a monster's mouth bursting in. Gilbert is shocked. Leon eliminates guards, knocks Gilbert down, takes the flute, frees Angelica, and shaves Gilbert's mustache to humiliate him. The princess is taken hostage. Leon believes the enemy will halt attacks with their princess captive, but Gilbert orders concentrated fire on the student's ship, not caring about her. The princess directs monsters toward the ship. Leon returns to his bike, heading toward Gilbert. Olivia is spent from using magic. Angelica finds her strength, creating a fire attack destroying enemies in Leon's path. She finds Olivia, who reveals she wants Leon and Angelica to acknowledge her as a real friend. Angelica assures her they are friends, hugging her. An attack hits the ship, throwing Angelica off. She holds on, regretting not telling loved ones her feelings. She loses her grip, but Olivia catches her. Unable to pull her up, Olivia catapults Angelica onto the ship but falls herself. Leon saves her. She was confident he would. With tears, Olivia tells Leon she loves him and he is the only one for her. Leon calls her Livia, acknowledging her feelings, implying he loves her too. They return to the ship and Angelica hugs Olivia. Partner arrives with Leon's armor. The ship fires missiles, destroying enemy battleships. Gilbert is shocked. Leon gets into his armor, ready to deal with the enemy mercilessly. Only one ship remains, with Gilbert aboard, who is not retreating, having a secret card. Sir Vandal, the Black Knight. Leon fights ferociously, telling Luxan to evacuate students to partner for safety. Luxan informs him of an approaching enemy, Vandal. Angelica and others worry if Leon can defeat the feared knight. The battle begins. Leon launches missiles, but Vandal repels them. He slashes Leon's armor. Luxan reports Arrogance's functions are reduced to 30%. Luxan can eliminate Vandal using partner's weaponry, but Leon stops him, not wanting to kill. The battle continues with neither giving up. Leon opens himself for Vandal to push his sword into his armor. Vandal thinks he has one, but Arrogance still functions, disabling Vandal's armor. Leon ejects, pointing a gun at Vandal's head. Arrogance is part of Luxan and hard to destroy. Vandal cannot believe he lost to a boy. Gilbert is furious and decides to kill everyone, firing a flare, unleashing a horde of monsters. Leon is unconcerned. Partner fires beams, eliminating all monsters. Vandal tells Leon to kill him, but Leon refuses, preferring they live in shame. Gilbert is captured. Leon takes all Principality ships for himself. Later, Leon reveals he did not let Luxan show full power to avoid being perceived as a threat by both nations. He keeps Luxan hidden. In his room, Leon finds Angelica and Olivia sleeping and quietly leaves. He tells Luxan to transfer battle credits to Chris to avoid attention. Back at school, Angelica and Olivia learn what Leon did for Chris, helping him regain inheritance and status. Leon introduces Luxan to them. Olivia gives it the nickname Lux. The prince and his friends challenge Leon to another duel with the same stakes. They spent much money building armor from scratch, confident it can defeat Arrogance. Leon decides to let them win, so they can be with Marie. Greg is tasked with wearing the armor. The battle begins. Luxan analyzes the armor, finding technical issues. It was poorly built and will explode. Leon tries to warn Greg and the referee, But no one listens. Leon must choose: defeat Greg and remain the villain, or let the suit explode and kill Greg. He chooses to save Greg. Luxian finds a way to destroy the suit without killing him. Leon uses an impact attack, destroying the armor and leaving Greg alive. The people shout at him again. Later, Leon is dressed for an awards ceremony and is shocked to receive the title of Viscount. Meanwhile, Marie has acquired one of the saint items. Leon's aim to live in the shadows is continually ruined. After the ceremony, Leon runs into Olivia, avoiding her as he does not know what to say. He promises to tell her his answer one day. As the season ends, Luxian tells Leon he is not so different from Marie, as both use knowledge from their previous lives to maneuver in their new lives.